Welcome in everyone to the live PWCC weekly auction. I'm joined by my host, Pokey Dean. We had a few technical issues before we got started, so we're just a few minutes late. So thank you everyone for being patient with us.
I feel like I'm really high.
I feel like I'm really low down, but
low.
I think maybe you're backward and I'm more forward. I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe.
Right, welcome in everyone. Happy Sunday or happy Monday, depending where you are in the world and where you're watching from this evening. Let's do a few shout outs before we get started. We have got Green Tea, we have got Billy, we have got Jeff the Rev, we have got Hunter.
What's up,
welcome
Hunter?
in. How are we doing? Nice to see you here.
It's been a minute.
We have got Joel, we have got Joey. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for joining. Hunter was in one of my YouTube videos in my 48-hour binder completion challenge. We actually met Hunter in a store in New Jersey, yeah, and Hunter had quite the Pokemon card collection.
Yeah.
So Hunter, it's good to see you again. Hopefully we'll be getting back out to the States again later this year, so you never know, we may just bump into you again. Cameron, welcome in. Good day from Western Australia. Oh my goodness, welcome in. We are very worldwide tonight.
What's up, bro?
And guys, before we get started, a few things to mention. If you want to follow the auction along yourself, you can do. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, and basically you can follow along with what we're watching at, what we're looking at, and you can also just have a little look if there's something else you want to focus on while we're talking about the cards that we are focusing on. Joey, member for 11 months, cheeky 3 a.m. membership. When's the Pokey Dean skydive? Well, the other day he said that he didn't rule it out. He said it's not. You said something along the lines of it's not going to be impossible, like bungee jumping would be impossible, but you said skydive. There was like this. He's giving in. He is giving in already. We're getting there. So guys, round 2 might be coming. Round 2. Admiral, I can't promise anything with that. I wonder what it is you're after. Would you like to share? Welcome in, Admiral. We miss you. I feel like it has been far too long already.
When it's nearly a month ago. How crazy is that? Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Nearly a month. We're a week away from a month.
It wasn't a month ago.
Was it not?
A month ago.
It was like the 9th.
Yeah, and now it's only the 28th. That's like...
Feels like a month ago.
It was a little while ago, but it almost feels like we haven't even been to Japan. It went and it came and went so quickly. Dean can come cliff jumping in Hawaii with me as 12 folk. That I'd pay to see that. That'd be good. How do you feel about that? Not sure.
Define cliff. Actually, no, that would be fine. Just depends what's at the bottom of the water. Like if it's rocky, then I'll probably miss. I'll give that one a miss. So.
Right, okay. So you'd rather do that than jump out the sky with a parachute and safety precautions attached to you. Cliff jumping, all the best.
How high is the cliff?
Pretty high, I imagine. The sharks in Hawaii, you know.
Yeah, all right. Count me out.
Okay, there we go.
Count me out.
If you've just joined in, guys, do be sure to hit that like button on your way in if you haven't already. There are a lot of big items up tonight. We did have a little sneak peek to this week during the end of last week's stream as well. And there may be a few things that you haven't seen yet. So we will have a little look in a moment. Thrive, welcome in D-Gen Hours.
What's up, Thrive?
D-Gen Hours, always here for it. I appreciate you. Okay, so I think it's time, guys. We are going to move across to the auction screen and see what we've got coming up. And there it is already, just looking at the top 3 cards tonight. Well, top 3 items. One of them is a booster box. It is huge. We have got Art Academies. We have got the Giovanni Scheme. We have got first edition WotC. There is a lot going on. So as always, if there's anything that you end up picking up tonight and that you're bidding on, you don't have to let us know until you've won it if you'd rather not in the chat. Do please let us know at some point if you're happy to do that. And if you're selling anything with PWCC this week, also let us know. We tend to have a little bit of both with people that are watching the live stream. Zetro, welcome in. Why
up,
are you not asleep? It's very, very late. No, I appreciate you.
It's probably lying on the bed, kicking his feet in the air. In a good mood or something.
Really?
I don't know.
I wish I had that. I wish I had those vibes. Cedra, I feel like you're around more. He can't stay away. He cannot stay away. Not as cool as skydiving, but I got to pet a cheetah in South Africa. That sounds life-threatening.
I was
Here we go.
I once.
Here we go.
I once swam with a dolphin. They're really quick.
I've swam with a dolphin.
Yeah, they're quick, aren't they? They give that little pull. And they went underwater once. I wasn't ready for it. So.
Is that your like life-threatening activity?
That wasn't life-threatening. It was just like an animal. Like that. I've done something with an animal. Why is that so funny?
I don't know where this conversation's
No,
going.
because he pet a cheetah.
You heard it here first, guys. Dean swam with a dolphin.
I was just, yeah. You know?
Oh my goodness. Oh god, we're starting off early tonight. Anyway,
It's these 2 a.m.
back
streams.
to
Man.
the back to the non-animal talk and back to the stream. So yeah, lots of big items tonight. So we're gonna have a little scroll down before we actually start focusing and open them up. You can see we've got a Japanese crystal Zard in a PSA 10. We have also got the English counterpart in a CGC 9. We've got this Battle Festa, the 20th anniversary. So that's the 2016. Battle Festa, and this is a popular one. A big price on this one as well, and we have another copy up this week in a 10. This has been up a few times recently now. We actually have a champion stamp card tonight, which is something you rarely see, let alone on the weekly auction popping up. So this is from the 2014 Pokemon World Championships. It's a PSA 9, and as you can see right there, it says World 14. And you can see the champion stamp here. So for those of you who aren't aware, this card will go out to the person who also gets the #1 full art trainer, as they are the champion. So they get the Champions Festival stamp with the champion stamp on it, as well as the rest of the stamp line as they work their way through. And they also get the full art as well. So that's pretty cool. It's something you rarely see popping up for sale. We have got the phone cards as well. We got the Moltres, the Zapdos, and the Articuno. Again, not something we see coming up very often. So really fun weekly auction tonight. And tonight, just in the Pokemon area side of things, we have over 3,000 items. So it is a big auction block this week. We have got No Rarity. We got the No Rarity Venusaur there in a Beckett 9. We got poncho boxes as well as the actual full arts themselves graded. There's just so much going on. We have got Skyridge Hollows. We got Scream promos. We have got pristine 10 ponchos. We've got more booster boxes, CP6 right there. The gold stars. There's more No Rarity as well. So let's go to page 2. So the big items this week, there's a lot of them. We've got a first edition Lugia CGC 9 with the old label as well. We've got Beckett Black labels. We have first edition base set. We've got Mario Pikachu's, Luigi Pikachu's, more No Rarities, quite a lot of No Rarity tonight. We have got certs and autos, and I mean there's first edition shines. There is so much going on tonight. Legendary collection reverses, the Pikachu World collection, Beckett 10, more gold stars, more Luigi Pikachus. There's a lot going on. So as you can see, tonight is a really big exciting auction block. So if you do want to follow along, you can do at any point. Click the link pinned at the top of the chat, and that will actually take you to this week's weekly auction. And you'll be able to look through yourself. Connor, welcome in. I've got my mug for a mug tonight as well. So we are ready to rock and roll.
Joel says he was at Collecticon and rocket boxes have gone up in price from 11k to 14.
Oh, damn. Okay, nice. Connor also said just got back from Collecticon Long Beach. Some of the prices in the Poke Market is wild, as Chloe says. You know me
Connor?
well.
What did you see?
Yeah, so if you have been at Collecticon Long Beach this week, do let us know. Did you pick anything up? What's it saying? Was it a good event? We've never done Long Beach before. Unfortunately, it just falls a little bit too close to Worlds. But maybe next year, because we'll already be in America for Worlds. Collecticon in August might actually be an option and doable for us. Babsy, welcome in.
Up,
How are we doing? Mohammed, welcome in. Appreciate you.
What's up, Mohammed?
Guys, if you haven't already, do hit that like button on your way in this evening. Would appreciate it. Okay, so we've got more Battle Festas. We have got more SIGs. We got Grand Party. First edition base set. We've got unlimited base set. We've got Moonbryons in 10s. We have got the Play Promo Mew right there in a Beckett 10. That's low pop 105. I want to say this card has been up before. It feels familiar. We have got the CD promos. I mean, the list is never ending. We have got graded Japanese booster packs as well. We're on page 3 here, guys. So there's a lot going on. We got first edition Shinings. I mean, it's never ending. You can see it here. Is that another CD promos are there in a 10? Japanese base set pack graded in a 10. Got a Masaki Gengar there as well. It's literally on fire. It is literally on fire. I was at Ron's Card House at the end of the event and recorded them opening a case of base set. Damn, very nice.
Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. We got the Latias and Latios GX. That is a nice one as well. In a Beckett 9. So lots and lots of popular cards. Got Black Label, Umbreon, Unigaba there as well. That's pretty cool. I love this Eevee, by the way. This has been up before, probably a couple of months ago, but I'm just going to open this up actually while it's there, just so you can see. Not something we see too often, and it's pretty unusual. I don't know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like sweets, like
Someone
the
said it's
background.
like a knitted quilt.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of see that, actually. But I just love the way that funky hollow pattern bleeds into the border as well. And it's a really cute Eevee right there. But, yeah, that's actually been up before. We have seen that card before. Maybe not that exact copy, but that card in a 10.
Neblex Rayquaza.
There is, yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on here. And, again, we're on page 4 already in this. We're still at quite the sort of, like, big, higher-end items. We got more screen promos. We have got Japanese booster boxes as well. This, you actually pointed out earlier when we were looking through, kind of stood out just because it looks so...
Yeah, I've never seen this
unusual. It's a jumbo. It's in an SGC slab. So SGC have like it's like a foam in the slab, and obviously because it's a jumbo, it's even bigger. But this just looks so dark, you can actually hardly see.
I can't work out if it's...
I'm not really sure what's going on here.
If that's meant to be like that. It kind of looks like it is, but at the
I
same
think
time.
it's just where the colour of the card and the scan isn't picking it up as well. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Lots of things we sort of don't see too often. More graded booster packs. It is never ending tonight. It is never ending. We got these shiny Charizard GX there in a 10. Yeah, I thought that, Admiral. It's hard to see. We have got more of the Pikachu World Collection in a Beckett 10 there as well. There's a few of them dotted in tonight. We have got more Worlds promos. We've got the Staff Stamp there from 2010. First edition Sabrina's Gengar. And do let us know as we're going some of your favourite picks as we go. We have got Kori Mew. You quite like that one.
Yep.
Thin texture plastic. To me, it looks like foam. I've had a SGC slab before, but that's interesting if it is, because it really looks like foam in person. We have got the reverse Pika from Legendary Collection as well. That's a pretty big card right there in a Beckett 9. I mean, it keeps going. There are so many big cards tonight. We've got an Eevee Heroes booster box as well. So lots of modern Japanese booster boxes, which is pretty cool to see. So just a little insight into what's available tonight. So a lot of big items. So I think what we'll do is we will start off with our top 5s. And I think it's my top 5 that are selected first today. So talking about the champion stamp, here it is up close and personal. So this is a pop 1 of 4. None are graded higher. So there are no PSA 10 copies of this. PSA 9 is the highest copy available. And we're just going to do a little zoom in. So this is the 2014 Worlds Champions Festival artwork right there. You got your Worlds 14 stamp. Pretty cool artwork. Loving the little Psyduck bus boat. We saw one of those in, not a Psyduck one, but a Pokemon one in Japan. And there is the champion stamp. So that would have gone to the winner, who would have also got the number 1 in 2014 as well. So again, these are not cards we see come up very often at all, let alone here on the weekly auction. So pretty cool to see this. Very intrigued to see where this ends tonight. So that is my first top 5 pick. Next up, we have got the Raincoat Pika Art Academy right here. Look at that. If that is not happiness, it's actually a pretty horrifying Pika. It is. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
A smile in the eyes.
But it is a very iconic Art Academy. So this copy here is in a PSA 10. This is a fairly old cert as well, 24mm.
Yeah.
Older style label right here. And again, Art Academy is not something we see coming up very often. This is pop 1 of 48 in a PSA 10. And again, just wanted to bring this one up because very cool card. Very cool to see this coming up on the weekly auction. And again, just interested to see where this sort of pricing will end tonight. Guys, if you just jumped in, appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Would appreciate it. Okay, number 3, we have got the Skull Pikachu. This is the actual sealed box. There is a full art of this. I think it's in a Beckett 10 tonight. We can take a look at it. That is graded. But here we have the sealed box up for grabs. I actually was seeing quite a few stories and pictures from Collecticon this weekend, and I saw quite a lot of sellers with these. A lot of the Charizard and Rayquaza poncho boxes as well. So yeah, we tend to see a lot of the cards on the weekly coming up near enough every week, but it's not as often that we actually see the sealed boxes come up. So that's pretty cool. Okay, next up we have got, now I love this collection of Pikachus. We have, and I feel like there's another one that I've seen up at the moment. I feel like there was a period where a few of them popped up and it made me think someone had the whole collection. So this is the Pikachu World Collection. This is the Japanese, so you've got like Japanese, English, Polish, Spanish. There's all different ones, and there is another one up tonight as well in a black label. I'm not sure what country it is. We'll have a look at it when we come across it. But yeah, black label. I feel like we have seen this before. Now you've said it, and I feel like it was an actual collection of them as well. But yeah, I absolutely love these cards. Really cool. They come in the little file all together, and yeah, seeing it in a black label is nice. And this one actually looks really nice in a black label as well. But love the borders on these where the hollow bleeds all the way through. So this is pop 1 of 12 in a Beckett black label. And then we have one more. So I've actually got I've got 5. I thought I had 6. This is the Vending Series 1 Chansey in a PSA 10. Now, I want to say this was up last week. It was. I don't know if it was this exact copy or it is just a different one popping up. But this is one I actually need for my collection. So we'll see. So those are my top 5, and then we're going to move on to Dean.
All right, so for me, I've gone for the Giovanni scheme, arguably the best Giovanni card ever made. And this comes in the Rocket case, which has this card, and then also the Jesse and James. Meowth's on there as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
But this is an incredible card, honestly, from Mitsuhiro Rita. And just look at the detail on this card. It's so cool. The price of this case is just seems to have taken an absolute boom in the last year.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money. And as you can see, this is already at $9,250 before buyer's premium, which is a lot of change if you're trying to get this card in a PSA 10. So very cool card. And like I said, you don't really get to see these that often anymore. Purely because of the price. They're just absolutely incredible, and Giovanni's Pikachu is absolutely saying great choice. I wonder if it has anything to do with your name. Okay, so that was the first pick for me. Love this card. Going to be exciting to see what it ends on. Up next, I've picked this before, but this is maybe just me subconsciously telling me to try and get this at some point. I saw this at Worlds in Japan. Someone had one in a PSA 9. And this has been up not too long ago.
I think it was actually last week or the week before.
Yeah,
it was that
I think
recently.
In the next two weeks. It went really high, didn't it?
It did,
I think it went
yeah.
Nearly like 10. Was it nearly 10?
I remember when I had a copy of this card, I think last summer, and I sold it for around $5,000, maybe it was $4,000.
So when was that, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
probably just over a year ago.
nearly, well, doubled in the last auction we've seen. It'll be interesting to see if this reaches the same sort of heights. And sometimes it doesn't, because two people are battling
Things go
out
up and
for
down,
it.
yeah.
For there might just be two really interested people after that one item. And maybe this week it not so much. But currently at $6,000. Be interesting to see if it reaches 10,000 again. But still, just an incredible card. 20th anniversary, came out in 2016. And it has the original starters of Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and then obviously Pikachu. I'd love to add this to my collection one day. Right, okay, moving on to the next one. I've gone for... This is a card that I would love to own in English at some point, and a set that I'd love to open in terms of booster boxes, and that's Fire Red, Leaf Green. But this is the Charizard EX. In my opinion, probably top 3 EXs out there from that era. Currently at $850, which doesn't actually seem too bad. And this, I don't know much about it in the Japanese, but it says it's the constructed starter. So is that like a... I wonder if you got that in a deck. That would be pretty cool. If anyone has any info on that in the chat, let us know. But yeah, I absolutely love this card and just love the borders. We're starting to see this again in Scarlet and Violet, kind of like the hollow borders, especially with the promo cards, which is really cool. And yeah, just thought I'd add this one in. I saw it and I thought, oh, I'd love to own this one day.
Great pick.
The Japanese one is 5 SE. I don't know what that means. 5. That's a 5, isn't it? That's not an S.
Yeah, that is a 5.
Okay. Comes with a crazy hollow bleed. Oh, yeah, well, you can see it looks incredible. All right, moving on to the next one. I've gone for this one, which is a bit of a unique card, but crazy price for what it is. It is the Umbreon Hollow from Call of Legends, and it's currently at $1,225.
Wonder what the pop on this is.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm assuming it's super low pop to fetch such a price. Obviously, Umbreon's a really popular Pokemon, but I mean, for a normal Hollow card from Call of Legends, which is an incredible set, it just seems to be quite a high price. So I'm assuming that it's really low pop. But I actually saw one of these at the latest card show we were at, but it was in a different...
in a lower grade?
It was in a different company.
Oh, okay.
I think it was MGC. But yeah, really cool card. It's pop 21. Thank you, Admiral. So yeah, really low pop. Currently at 1,225. Would you pay this amount of money for this Umbreon card? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, that is my 4th pick. And then my final pick, I've gone for the Play promo Mew that Chloe spoke about a little bit earlier, which is just a really cool card and in a BGS 10. I think this is like one of the more like realistic looking Mews. It kind of looks almost human-like. Not human-like.
It's a bit scary, but I really love this card.
It looks quite lifelike. That's the word, not human. I feel like if Mew was ever to make an appearance in like the Detective Pikachu movie, it would look like this. So really unique, but a really, really cool card. And in BGS 10, it's currently at, what was the price?
The Garden Mew. It's currently at $675.
$675 in a BGS 10.
Low pop on this one as well. But
yeah,
I do feel like this card has been, whether it was this exact copy or not, but this card has definitely been up before. But there was a little while ago, I feel. But yeah, really, really.
Really, really nice.
Yeah.
Admiral says there are a lot of heavy Umbreon collectors out there, so 1.5 for a pop 20 Umbreon isn't super wild. Yeah, it makes sense, to be fair, especially when it's low pop. Okay,
so that's your top 5. So a lot of spiciness in the top picks this week. So we're going to do a little refresh and see if we've had any bids while we've been talking about our items right there. A few things moving up. So yeah, lots and lots of big items. So what we will do, we'll go and have a little look at the lower end side of things, because I say it every single week and I do mean it. There really is something for everyone on the PWCC weekly auctions, whether it's a raw card, a graded card, a booster pack, a slab, an ETB. There is a lot of variation and the price point is highly varied as well. We're talking, you know, multiple tens of thousands of dollars all the way down to the $5 mark, which is where we are now. So we're looking at some raw cards right here. in the Mike Baker authentication top loaders. Basically, this is a company that work with PWCC to authenticate the raw cards, and when they are photographed, they're photographed in the top loaders like this, just so you can see that they are protected and they are certified authentic. So these are not graded 1 to 10, they are just certified authentic. Something a little bit different. Thai Zekrom down there. So let's have a little look and see what else we have got down at this level. We also have slabs at this level, and again, normally a mixture. I mean, they're like, we have got AR2 in a CGC slab down at $5 right here, guys. There is lots and lots going on, so make sure you're looking at both ends of the auction, whether you're looking to pick up some big stuff or whether you're looking to pick up some smaller stuff as well, maybe to fill some binder gaps in your collection, or even fill some gaps in the personal slab collection as well, because you never know what you might come across. And as we're scrolling through, you can see at this level we have got high end, we have got low end, we've got modern and vintage. When I say high end, we got vintage cards at this level. We got, you know, English, Japanese, a little bit of everything. So yeah, depending what you're looking for. Even got some stickers as well. Depending what you're looking for, we've got it. We got base set down here, and again, we are currently at the $5 mark. We got tops as well. So there is lots and lots going on. And do remember, guys, as we're watching this evening and looking through the auction, you can click the link which is pinned at the top of the chat, and that will take you directly to this week's Pokemon auction. It's already filtered down for you, and you can have a little scroll along and have a little look what is going on as well yourself. And do let us know if you end up picking anything up this week, or if you're selling anything with PWCC this week. We're always intrigued to hear. So yeah, lots and lots. We got V-Star Universe. We have got Brilliant Stars. I can see some 151 in there as well. Reverses, again, slabs, CGC, PSA, SGC, a little bit of everything right here. Buy it and crack it for the binder. Yeah, that's also literally an option as well with some of these sort of, you know, $5 slabs. That's totally an option, depending what you are looking for and what you are needing to pick up. And the raw cards as well. I know there's a lot of people who watch the streams here, and I know a lot of people personally as well that buy quite their fair share of raw cards from PWCC, and actually end up getting some really, really good pickups. So there's, you know, people that can vouch for the authenticity service that is offered by Mike Baker Authentication. And as you can see here, it's not a top loader. It's like a it's not a slab, sorry. It's a top loader with a label on top, tells you what the card is, and then it's got certified authentic. So we've got Neo Destiny Light Machoke right there, currently at $5. Absolutely love Neo Destiny. Same. Hope to be able to open another box one day. We've got more ARs down at this level, currently at $5, guys. Like, there's some real goodies if you spend the time having a little look through. Obviously, with there being over 3,000 items, I get it. It can be tough to make sure you capture absolutely everything, but the idea is that you start doing this earlier in the week. So if you follow me on Instagram, PokeChloe over on Instagram, every single week I'm always posting snippets of what's coming up, asking you guys what your top picks are, dropping the links that you can check out the weekly auction ahead of time to see what's on there, and it gives you a little bit of time to look through and try and see as much as you can, so not to miss any of the good items right there. And Green Tea has kindly dropped mine and Dean's Instagram handles there, legend, in the live chat, so do check them out if you're not following already. That is where I post all my updates for everything I do, but specifically my PWCC auctions. I also do grid posts sometimes, showcasing some of the items that I think are, you know, special or pretty cool in the upcoming weeks as well. So again, we're at the $6 mark currently, and we've got vending series, we've got more Japanese base set, we've got quite a lot of slabs down at this level. So again, don't ever think you're priced out of auctions, because that's not the case. There is something for everyone's price level. Something else which is pretty cool on the weekly auctions, doesn't happen every week, but it's starting to happen a little bit more often now. The man himself, SM Pratt, has his own special filter right here. So we're actually going to click this, because I believe there's some big items under Scott's filter this week. And yes, immediately we have got the Raincoat Art Academy Pika right there. We have got the Giovanni Scheme. We got the Battle Festa. Those are just the top 3 items. We got the Champion stamp. Champions Festival, no rarities. We got the ponchos, quite a few of it. It looks like most of the no rarities are under Scott's tab today. We got a CP6 booster box. Now, this is a really fun set. So this is the Japanese Evolutions, and I'd probably say a year and a half ago, I went through a phase of opening quite a bit of this on the channel. It is just getting so expensive now. I had a great time, and I'd love to be able to open more of this, but it is starting to get to the point where I just don't know if people really want to be, you know, buying the packs. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Taps, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you. Welcome into the Raiders.
What's up, guys?
Show some love. But yeah, CP6 has gone absolutely crazy. So that's the Japanese Evolutions, for those who are wondering on that one. We got the Porygon the fan club promo right there. Lots of Champions Festivals. We got Scream promos. We got Battle Festas. We have got the demo game plastic pack right there, graded in a PSA 9. Grand Party first ed base set. So we're going to have a little look all the way through Scott's items tonight and see what is available. A lot of the Japanese graded packs, I think. So Japanese base set and Japanese Neo right there. We have also got some of the Japanese booster boxes. I wonder if the EV Heroes box is also under here. Mysterious Mountains, Japanese Skyridge, well, one half of it right there. Yeah, EV Heroes, lots of Japanese graded packs. Again, it varies as to what we see. Some weeks we go, you know, 2 or 3 weeks without seeing any sort of booster packs or booster boxes, and then sometimes you get auction blocks like this where there's a lot of them available. Japanese Jungle right there in a 10, and it looks like all of these Japanese booster packs are all graded PSA 10 as well. Noticing a lot of Pikachu promos. Some of them are the Japanese Pokemon Center promos right there. We got Japanese fossil graded pack. That is a 9, or is that an 8? PSA 8. Okay, there's lots. There is lots going on here tonight. More graded booster packs, which is pretty cool. Sorry if we've missed anything in the chat. I'm trying to keep up. That's a really nice Charizard right there from Flashfire in a PSA 9. Yeah, not bad. 145. We got some CP6 graded cards as well. So that's the Japanese Evolutions box that we were just looking at a little bit earlier. More Charizard. Just under Scott's tab alone, there's a lot of big cards. Oh, this could be one for you. This is a PSA 1. There's been a few streams. It doesn't happen too often where we've had like PSA 1 to 10 sets that you can tell. I think we've had some Charizards when there's been like loads of PSA 1 Charizards, but we're talking everything like first ed base set, Crystal Zard, Shining Zard, so you can tell maybe a person has a whole PSA 1 set, and also like a PSA 1 through to 10 as well, which is why I like watching these auctions, because you get to see a lot of items that you probably just wouldn't really come across elsewhere, unless maybe you're going to shows and seeing them sort of displayed in person. So yeah, there's just so much tonight, and there's so much big stuff as well. Secret Wonder Zard in a PSA 8, absolutely love that set. Venusaur EX also from Fire Red Leaf Green, again really really nice. Evolution Zard in a 9. We got everything. We got Japanese Rocket, we got Neo. That's a pretty cool Diglett right there. Like the artwork on that. Very, very nice Rayquaza. A PSA 10 as well, currently going for $60. We've got a PSA 9 Ancient Mew, currently at $52 as well. More of the Pokemon Center. That's the Pokemon Center Osaka DX opening promo there in a PSA 9. I love all the little Pikachu promos as well, especially the Pokemon Center ones. We got the Blastoise there. Full art. Really really like that card. That's PSA 8. Yeah, currently at $33. Again, it speaks for itself. You can see what we're looking at, but there is lots and lots of good stuff available, some vending as well. So that's just all the cards that are just under Scott's tab alone. So a lot of really really big cards. There's a lot going on right there, and I haven't asked yet, so I will ask, guys, what is going to be the last card standing today? So last Pokemon standing, let me know, what is it? You don't have to guess the card exactly, but you do have to guess the Pokemon that will be on that card. So you could say Pikachu and it could end up being the Art Academy Pikachu, or you could say Charizard and it be one of the Crystal Charizards, etc. What are you going for today?
I went Pikachu last week.
You did.
It went pretty well for me. but I'm not going to go Pikachu this week.
Okay.
I'm going to go... Give me a little scroll. Let me see what we can... I mean, there's a lot of Charizards. I'm going to back Charizard this week.
Okay. I had a feeling you were going to do that.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. Someone... Sacktown has said Pikachu. Admiral said, I feel like Unknown W has to win at some point. I mean, it's about time. It has been a hot minute. We got Zapdos. We got Joel going for Giovanni this week.
You could say Persian.
You could say Persian, yeah, because Persian is on there as well. I am going to go for Gyarados.
Okay.
Something a little bit different that I haven't done before. I'm trying to... You never know what it's going to be, but I'm trying to throw a curveball there, trying to see if we can spice it up a little bit. CRG is going Umbreon. That is a great shout as well. I think the very first stream we did, it was almost like a bit of a comedy show. We were down to I think it was Arbok and a Caterpie or something wild, and like these two cars just kept going and going and going. But yeah.
I'm almost certain it was someone in the stream.
Yeah, I feel like it was. Yeah. That very first stream we did was a pretty wild one. Simply Yugi Dude is going for one of the legendary birds. Very good choice. So it's going to be interesting to see where we end today. So I am going to go over the website a little bit just in case you are new here and you haven't used PWCC before and you've got no idea what we're doing here tonight or what we're talking about. So I'm just going to click on the PWCC homepage and take you to the main screen. So every single week at the same time, and that's 2 a.m. UK time. We are based in the UK, so that is the time zone that I normally go off of. We are here watching the live PWCC weekly auction take place. So basically what we do is we watch the auction as it happens live. We watch the hour before extended bidding starts, and then we watch the hour of extended bidding all the way through to basically when the auction ends. So every single week we're here. There is normally 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6,000, 7,000 items just on the Pokemon segment alone. So there's a lot going on. So when you land on PWCC's website, this is what it will look like. And it has a little bit of everything. It talks about the Premier, the fixed marketplace. It gives you some statistics right here of items sold, how many items are currently in the vault. So there's lots of things you can look at and sort of take in. We've got some record-breaking sales highlights there. The sports cards are just insane. Like that's something that, you know, we're not into, we don't know anything about really, and just watching some of the pricing on that is insane. So they have this pretty cool section on the homepage where it says happening now, and this is like taking you through what's going on. So you got the weekly auction, you got the August vintage auction. It tells you when extended bidding starts. That starts in 4 days. Extended bidding starts for the weekly auction in 8 minutes. And again, you can just see it shows you about next week's weekly auction as well. There's lots going on basically. Forox, how are we doing? Welcome in.
What's up, Mr. Slowbro?
I hear you got a holo earlier. It is about time. It's about time. So in order to find your way to the weekly auction, it's really, really simple. At the top here, you got your browse button, and it will bring up the marketplace. So you got your weekly, your premier, and your fixed. So your fixed marketplace is what it says on the tin. Those items sit there in a fixed market place, and when they sell, they sell. The premiere is something that happens on like a monthly basis, specifically with Pokemon anyway, and it is real big high-end items. It's not as many as the weekly auction. You're talking like, you know, we've had E-Series booster boxes, you know, first edition Zards in 10s, that sort of thing. Even though we do get some really, really big items on the weekly, premiere is like that, but, you know, taking it to the next level. And then you have your weekly as well. And there's all the information here, how it works, the vault, authentication, sales history, FAQs, if you've got any questions. So click on your weekly and it will take you through to the weekly auction. So currently it's showing me there's 43,000 items. Now this is because it's showing me this week and next week. So you want to select the week we're on, which is week number 84. They will always have next week's auction up and available as well. And normally next week's auction will show you everything that's currently on the site, but things may be flash inserted between now and next week as well. So there might be some things that appear that we haven't sort of noticed when we look at it today. So if we just select today, so throughout all the categories, there's over 11,000 items. And if we just do a little high to low, we'll be able to see what some of the biggest items are. I imagine it'll be... Oh, we do have Pokemon in the top 3 tonight. And we have got the Art Academy Pika right there. Other than that, we got a Josh Allen rookie patch auto and a Trevor Lawrence rookie patch auto. Doesn't mean anything to me. But yeah, 2021.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
2 years
so
ago.
some big old items up there. We got a Michael Jordan rookie and a PSA 10 at 9,500. That's pretty cool. So Tom Brady. So yeah, lots, as you can see, lots and lots of big cards. It's normally sports and Pokemon that sit at that real high point. And yeah, so that's showing you everything. And then to filter down, I normally use the search bar at the top and type Pokemon. And you can also go down here to the left-hand side. You can choose from all your different sports categories, your trading card games, your comics, your coins and currency, your video games, and there's other there as well. You can choose whether you just want PSA slabs, NBA authenticated raw cards, water. Like you can just choose what you want with all the filters. So very easy to use. Lots of options to filter down as well. Chloe, I'll trade you a LaMelo ball for a Charizard. I know my brother would like that, but that doesn't really do too much for me. I'm going to be honest. Tom Brady is the only sports ball player I know. I mean, I know a few of them, but the cards, I couldn't tell you what any of them mean and why one is better than the other. But it's just pretty cool to see. They're obviously big cards. So there are a couple of other categories I like looking at, and that is the non-sports category right here, where you might find yourself some wild celebrity autos. I picked myself up a Marilyn Monroe patch, and it's a patch of Marilyn Monroe, one of Marilyn Monroe's dresses she wore.
That you know.
Right, can you stop shutting me down on that? Okay, I am proud of my Marilyn Monroe slab.
Just want to throw it in there.
Dean seems to be very skeptical on it. It's in a Beckett slab.
How would you know?
How would you know that that's Tom Brady's shirt or his auto? How does anyone know anything?
That's his auto.
How do you know that you're existing right now in the world? Everything is an illusion. Time is an illusion. Everything we do is an illusion. But we're here having a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the level I am on.
Respect it.
It's very interesting, Admiral. There's absolutely no Sabrina the Teenage Witch cards on auction. They are so rare. It's unreal. Yeah, and I have one of the rarest on the planet.
That's fun.
I might even have to get it out for the next weekly auction next week. So right here we have got. There was a J-Lo auto that first time we looked on here, and I feel like we should have gone for it. That's Warwick Davis.
No way.
Yeah. So the card is a 10 and then the auto got a 9 on that one. This is what I mean. You find such cool things in
Warren
here.
Davis plays a Wookiee.
Warwick Davis. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, you can find so much cool stuff in here. I think the last couple of weeks we've seen lots of Game of Thrones autos. But there looks like there's quite a few Star Wars tonight. So we're going to have a little look through. And you never know what you might find. John, welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
What's up, John?
We have got... so there... Have we got... Yeah. So there's like political, like...
Wait, is that...
So that is JFK and... Mrs. JFK, that's their wedding. It's like a capture of like their wedding photo.
Right.
But like there is like Bernie, have we seen any Donald Trump ones? But we've seen like Biden, we've seen Obama. There's like political tops cards, which I didn't even know were a thing. I'm sure there'll be some as we're looking through tonight. But there's some crazy cards. You've got Fortnite cards here. Looks like there's a lot of Star Wars tonight. So we're just going to keep looking through because you never know what you might find. Greg, where's the Kesha auto? I know. I feel like Princess Diana. I mean...
Is that Chewbacca next to it?
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on. Some of it is odd, I'm not going to lie, but it's just in this... filter intrigues me every single week.
You could come up against something crazy.
You never know what you might find. And there's always something that I didn't even know existed. So let's keep...
Is that Michael Jackson?
So Dean is a huge Michael Jackson fan.
It's not signed.
No, but it's... It's pop 1 of 4, none graded higher.
Nice.
I feel like you've woken up now. You're like, oh yeah, something I can jump in on.
$15. That's still.
There we go. See, you never know what you might come across during these. So we'll keep looking through and see what else we can find. And if you've just joined in, guys, welcome in. Hit that like button on your way in if you haven't already. Okay. Come on, where's the fun political ones that just make me laugh that they're even a thing?
Popeye.
Popeye, a Super Mario, lots of Star Wars tonight.
Can't afford to pick it up. No, I can't.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can make an allowance for Michael Jackson. Yeah, quite a few Fortnite cards. I mean, I don't even know what half of these are.
I absolutely do, bro.
What's that?
I need a Gohan card.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but
it's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I know that much, but still, Dragon Ball just...
Fair enough.
You're the Dragon Ball expert here.
I'm surprised you know that was Dragon Ball, but fair play.
I feel like we've Super
Saiyan.
Yeah. And is it Gohan?
Gohan.
I feel like you've said that name enough now that it's starting to
make sense,
stick in my head a little bit more. And we will look at the other TCG stuff as well, but just want to see if there's any little gems hiding.
I have green tea. That's the new God Rare. Dude, that card is going to be expensive. So it's 1 in every 96 booster boxes.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And is that in the newest Dragon Ball set that's currently out?
It's coming out that we forgot to order. Yes.
Collector's Card House, follow us.
Yeah.
That's our TCG still. We will try and get some in. We will. Okay, so there's nothing super crazy on this tab tonight, but it's always worth looking at because you never... Oh, they've got some Beatles cards as well. Still 2 more pages.
Gogeta's my favourite. I want it. It looks... Out of all the God Rares, green tea, it's the best one for sure, easily. It's probably going to be the most expensive. I reckon 4K off the rip. So 1 in every 96 booster boxes, is that the normal rarity for God Rares, or is that like an extreme? Because that sounds wild. I don't know. I don't know where it actually says it, but a lot of people are saying it's 1 in 4 cases for God Rares. Right. Okay. I don't know if that's actually true or not. But right. Or if that's just sort of what people have roughly worked out from. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, there's one of them. Those wild political tops cards. Okay, so nothing too crazy there. So I am going to have a look at combat sports because I'd like to see what WWE they've got. Okay, Admiral has dropped a controversial question in the chat right here. What's people's opinion on the CGC labels? So we've got the old blue labels versus the new black labels. We will look at a couple of examples in a moment when we do get back to the Pokemon, but let us know. Oh, Steve Austin auto right there, $160 Hall of Fame. That's really cool. I like that. So I tend to open just a lot of WWE for myself, just as, you know, a little hobby. I tend to do it mostly when we're away in America and picking up boxes, but it's pretty cool to see some of the we lost a wrestler the other cards graded. Yeah, very sad. He wasn't that old either. I feel like always 38. With a lot of people who have been wrestlers, I don't know, I feel like there's too many in that particular sporting category that we see unfortunately die too early. We got Hulk Hogan right there, 9.5. More Hulk Hogan. Were they tickets? Was that season tickets? No, it's a card, but it's just got like a funky pattern on it. Yeah. So yes, there's UFC in here as well. John Cena. I mean, Alexis. I'd like an Alexis Bliss auto. I'm not going to lie. To go with my little Funko Pop. There's quite a bit of WWE this week. Sometimes there isn't much. Sometimes there's quite a lot of UFC. But there seems to be a fair mix. And we're already down at like the $10 mark as well. Yeah, Admiral, I know. It's not the healthiest profession. Yeah, and combination of things to be doing. It must take a toll on people's bodies quite harshly. And they do these pretty cool like
like patch and relic cards where it's like a bit of the map from the match. I've actually got a few of those as well.
Joel says, who's your favourite? I'm guessing that's male, not make. Male wrestler from SmackDown
or Raw. See, I've always been a real female, like... So my favourite wrestler of like all time, especially when I was younger, and I don't know if you remember back in the day, you used to get your little like figurines that you'd get like toys. So like Lita was like my all-time. Love her, and again would love to get. So there's like a few wrestlers that I would actually like to collect some graded like autos from. I feel like it'd be too impossible pulling most of them out of boxes. I don't open enough, and actually, especially like Panini as well, it's not the cheapest thing to open. I think like the last time I bought a box, it was like $250-$300, so it's a lot. I only do it like a couple of times a year, and I just open it for myself. But yeah, Lita is like always been my all-time favorite. Love the Bella Twins as well. They are my favorite. I have got a signature from them, but it's in their book, it's not on a card. And love Barbie Blank as well. I'm a big sort of diva fan, diva girl.
Mine was The Rock.
All the way.
The Rock was always my favourite, then Kane and Stone Cold.
Triple H for me, I also loved as well. I think my dad quite, like, we always used to watch it on a Sunday morning, like when I was younger, and lived at home with my family when we were kids, and my dad was a fan of Triple H. And he was quite
nothing will ever beat that
scary, like the Undertaker as well, and I was just like, I love them.
Nothing will beat the Attitude
Era.
I
know it's not quite what it used to be,
but they also got away with a lot of stuff.
I was gonna say,
they got away with a lot of stuff.
It's pretty wild. But yeah, so wrestling and like collecting WWE is kind of just like a little side hobby for me. I don't sort of like open it on the channel or anything. I just sort of do it for fun. So talking about other collectible card games, what I will do quickly actually before we go back to Pokemon, extended bidding has started, but we've got a little moment until it goes again. I want to look at, because I think I forgot last week, the other collectible card games. So there's Magic the Gathering, there's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Dragon Ball.
And there is also Dragon Ball. So being our expert, there are normally with the Dragon Ball, that's what we tend to see, the sort of like, there's some fairly high value cards. So what are we looking at here with this Black Label?
So you have Dragon Ball Super, which is English, and then you got Dragon Ball Heroes, which is Japanese. And I actually was able to go to, that was like a real fun thing to do, so I want to do it for so long. So basically you can buy packs of Dragon Ball Heroes in Japan or anywhere really, but mainly in Japan, and then you can use the cards in the arcade machines. And we were in Shibuya, and we went to an arcade, and I was able to buy a pack, and then I played the game and won, so I was really happy with that. But unfortunately in English you can't actually use them to play in arcades. But let's look at the Vegeta real quick, because
this one here,
so that is the first ever God Rare, which we talk about. I always want to say Shibuya. I don't know why. Shibuya.
Honestly, Greg, it's been a whole thing the whole time.
But yeah, this is the first ever God Rare, and these are the ones that are apparently 1 in 4 cases, which is the equivalent to 1 in 96 booster boxes, because there's hold on a minute. I think I've got that completely wrong.
Hold on, his maths is wrong.
It's 48. It's 48 booster boxes. 1 in 48 booster boxes, not 96. My bad. It's 12 boxes in a case, I think, or is it 24? I think it's 12. But anyway, but I always say this at the moment: if you love Dragon Ball, now's the perfect time to get involved, because there was, during the boom, like a year, 2 years ago, Dragon Ball prices were super, super expensive. For instance, there was a Goku card that was going for 10k, and I think you can get it for like 2k now. So this is a real good time to get involved. I think the price point is a lot lower than it was. And these God Rares are definitely the hype at the moment. And I think they come in maybe every other set, or they don't come in every set. There might be a few between. But they seem to be the hype, and they go for real high prices when they first come out. And it seems that they've dropped a little bit. This is a PSA 9. But yeah, if you guys are ever looking to get involved, definitely check out the God Rares if you've got a bit of capital to spend. These are really cool as well. Now, these are only ever done, I think, in the tournament. Is this the tournament? No, so it's done in two. There's two sets that have done it, and these are the signature sets. And they have they have the signatures of the voice actors. And they've only ever done this in two sets, and that was Tournament of Power and then the Assault of Saiyans. And this is actually a really cool one because it's got the dual signature, which is the voice actor of Goku and then the voice actor of Vegeta, because this character is called Vegito, which is the two characters fused together. So this is a really cool one, currently at $360 as well, which is a real nice price. And there aren't that many of these signature cards. I think there might be, I want to say like 8 to 10 in total.
Oh wow.
So yeah, they're really cool. So I really like Dragon Ball. I think in terms of artwork, they're really nice. You got a few more autos. You got Frieza there. You got Trunks as well. There's a Gohan at some point. I don't know if there's one this week. Oh yeah, literally right there. That's Gohan right there. And then many other cards such as this Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which was a secret rare in the third ever set. Which was called Crossworlds, which I own in a PSA 9. I really wish I had it in a 10.
Damn.
It's a sick card. Like I said, the artwork is just sublime. So cool.
What are these cards?
So that's Dragon Ball Heroes.
So okay, so the Japanese.
Yeah, so they look crazy.
Yeah, that looks.
And then you can use them in the arcade machine.
Yeah. When I tell you, Dean fulfilled this like lifelong dream.
I wanted to do that.
He was in his element, like.
Bearing in mind, it's in Japanese.
Yeah.
I couldn't read a word on this screen, but I managed to win.
He was absolutely living in this underground arcade that we found ourselves in.
It was lit. It was so lit. And there was a guy next to me who had like a deck box of cards, and he was in the Matrix.
He was in deep. He'd obviously been there for a good few hours, and I think was going to continue. Greg had a question. He said, what's the quality control like versus Weiss? He's saying with Weiss, it's basically a given PSA 10/9 every time pack fresh. Yeah. With Dragon Ball, like, what's your experience with opening and then grading, or just the quality? So
in my personal experience, most cards I've graded with Dragon Ball are 10s, straight from like packs. So it's really good quality control. A lot better than Pokemon from personal experience. You do get some that are off center, but it's very minimal compared to the likes of Pokemon. So yeah, for me, luckily, and hopefully it continues, that most cards I grade get a 10. That's ones that I've packed. I have purchased cards before and they've not got 10s, but yeah, in terms of quality like that, it seems to be pretty good. Now there are some interesting cards that I haven't seen before, like these ones. I've never
some
seen
of these. I was about to say to you, do you prefer with Dragon Ball? We tend to see a lot, especially on the auctions. I don't know why I said especially twice there. Them being graded with Beckett versus PSA. Like, do you have a preference as to what company? And is there a reason why so many people grade so much Dragon Ball with Beckett?
From what I've seen, is actually Dragon Ball tends to be graded more with Beckett over the years. I actually own that in a PSA, that next one.
This one?
Yeah, I love that. I bought
They're
that
crazy looking cards.
Yeah, I picked that up for like, I think $70, so that's currently going for a really low price.
Still.
Yeah, it tends to be mainly Beckett, and I think people are really out there hunting for the black labels because they look real good in a black label.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I grade mine with PSA.
Yes, there's a PSA slab right there.
I just prefer them in PSA slabs. But I think everyone tends to go mainly for Beckett when it comes to Dragon Ball. Especially, it's the same with like Weiss.
Yeah, we see a lot of that as I'm scrolling through here. You can see a lot of the Weiss is graded with Beckett.
There are a few.
There are some PSA slabs in here actually tonight. There was a Harry Potter graded pack there. There is some One Piece as well.
Yeah.
There's some of the Weiss Pixar.
What's up to Lisa? Dean, are you a Gohan boy? Yeah, Teen Gohan's my favourite character. Always will be. He's the guy. All anime seems to be BGS like Magic 2 traditionally. Yeah, I think people just try and go for the black labels because in a lot of the animes they look really, really nice in black labels. But
What's going on here then?
yeah, there's a lot of waifus when it comes to the anime side.
Got the thighs out.
Yeah, they seem to be the big tickets.
Talisa, how are we doing? Welcome in. Congrats again on level 50. Oh my goodness, what a grind.
Yeah, congrats.
I hit 39 yesterday.
I hit 41 yesterday. Yeah.
We've got to keep pushing.
Wait, shall I see how much XP I need?
Keep pushing. I hit level 39 yesterday and I already went up over 1 million.
Damn.
Yeah,
you
I have been like an addict on Pogo this week, honestly. Oh, green tea, you were so close, so close. Don't show that to the butler because he'll be
bidding
on that like a shot.
I need 7.5 million XP to get to level 42.
Do you know what I wish they would do once a month? No remote raid cap. I'd be so poor, but
no,
it's fueled my addiction this week. So that's the other TCGs. We'll have a quick look at the Magic as well, just in case there's anyone who's interested in Magic the Gathering, just so you can see a lot of CGC with Magic as well, we tend to see. But yeah, as you can see, there's lots available with the other TCGs. There's also Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. And again,
also thank you to everyone who invited us to raids.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I managed to get back-to-back shiny Rayquazas like an hour ago.
That
like
was wild. I got back-to-back wild shinies twice today, which was I'm super happy with. I got a shiny Miltank, which looked literally was in the car, and I was like, I wonder what shiny Miltank looks like. Clicked on the Miltank, and it was shiny, and I was like, my prayers have been answered.
Do you know when I did that in my hometown where I was like, this one's a shiny?
Yes!
And it was that was sick.
Oh, God. There's nothing more satisfying than a wild shiny. Nothing more satisfying. Okay, so we are halfway through the first window of extended bidding. So just going to talk to you a little bit about extended bidding, what it is and how it works. Basically at 7 p.m. Pacific time, which was about 20 minutes ago nearly now, extended bidding starting. And now it's all access, which means that originally you used to have to place your bids prior to extended bidding to then be able to bid in the extended bidding window, but they scrapped that around February time. We've been doing these streams since January, and it was around February, so not too long after that was all changed. So basically you can bid at any point up until when the item ends. So from 7 till 7:30 Pacific time, if the item does not get a bid, it will end at 7:30 Pacific time. Buyer's premium will be added on top, and that'll be it. If it does get a bid, it moves into the next window. And after 7:30, it moves into 5-minute windows. That first initial bidding window, extended bidding window, is 7 till 7:30, 30 minutes, and then it moves into 5-minute windows, all the way from 7:30 through to 8. And then at 8, it's 1-minute windows. And you have to place, a bid has to be placed on the item in order for it to keep moving into the next window. Otherwise, it will end. So, for example, right here, anything in red has not had a bid on it yet. And if it doesn't get a bid, it will end in 11 minutes plus buyer's premium. Anything green has been extended into the next window. Will you ever sell your Pokemon Go account? Absolutely not. I've worked hard on my Pogo account. I will not be selling my Pogo account, no matter how desperate I get.
You went really formal then.
Really?
Yeah, like no.
No, absolutely not. I got no wild shinies all weekend. Honestly, green tea, that is sickening.
I got 5.
I got 2 yesterday, and I felt really like put out by that. I was like, I got a Horsey and an Ordino, and I was just like, oh well, that's like dead. And then
you got a shiny Ordino. That's sick.
Yeah, that was the first one I got, and I got a shiny Horsey. And then today everything changed. My luck changed. I got a shiny Crown Pika, which is what I really, really wanted.
Oh, that's a good one.
I got the Miltank. I got
a shiny.
Let me have a look. Actually,
I got a shiny Gumi.
Oh, that I really, really wanted a shiny Gumi. I thought that looked really, really good.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, he looks sick. The Psyduck is up there with the Miltank. Like, the blue looks so... Did you get a shiny Timber as well?
Yeah, and a shiny Pawniard.
That is wild. Let me have a look at what shinies I got. Where are we?
And then I got 3 shiny Rayquazas.
Yeah, that is crazy. I got 1, 2, 3 shiny Rayquazas over the weekend. I got 2 shiny Groudons, but I traded one with the Butler and it ended up turning into a lucky Pokemon. So I got Foongus and Ferroseed back to back, and then I got the Wobbuffet and Miltank back to back. Diglett was the first. That's the first one I got today.
I've never
a Lowland
seen
Diglett. And then I got the green crown. And then yesterday I got the Horsey and the Ordino.
Cool. Yeah, sick.
So I was happy.
I got a shiny Goomy in the last 10 minutes of the event. I was so stoked. Yeah, mine was a research. Look how close that is, by the way, to being
that is
Shundo. That'd have been
sorry,
DC.
I've just got a carb ink on my research there, so I'm just going to catch that quickly.
Yeah, shiny Diglett looks fake almost.
Yeah, the shiny Diglett is super, super cool. But yeah, we're big Pogo fans over here. So I can't start because I won't stop. And if you've just joined in or you're just you've joined in the last sort of half hour or so, welcome in, guys. Thank you for being here. It's the weekly watch along of the PWCC weekly auction. If you haven't already, hit that like button on your way in, all that fun stuff. Oh, I got a Hundo Rayquaza from a raid today as well. That I'm pleased with that I got one Hundo.
Mine were terrible.
Have you got any Shundos?
What? Yeah.
You have?
I've got what's his name? Hold on a second.
I have one Shundo and it's a Thunderous and he's called Thun Shundo. Which is wild.
Mine is called... Oh, wrong thing. Hold on a minute. Have you got any Nundos? I've got a Nundo.
I don't. I feel like I've got one Nundo. I get so many that are so close. How many evolutions packs have you spent on Pogo, Chloe? Over 100?
There he is.
Greg.
Malok Shundo.
We don't... Oh, damn. That's wild.
That's from a Feebas.
Greg, we don't talk about how much real money I spend on Pogo because it is shameful, but I'm here for it. This weekend, it was like feeding an addiction, okay? I need to go to Pogo rehab after this weekend. I could not control myself. Oh, damn. Carbing Cundo.
You got to say that one carefully.
But yeah, I've had a great time this weekend. Yeah, Talisa, I was so happy. Literally, as it came up on the screen, I was like, hold on, that's the boosted, weather boosted Hundo CP. And then, damn.
That might be my favourite one to say.
Clawtizundo.
Clawwitzundo. You couldn't have been any more
Oh my goodness, I could not have been any more off. Honestly, it's all just blurring into one. Sudowoodoo Dundo. I love it.
Sudowoodoo.
Oh my goodness. Cholesterol and Dean are the best. Thank you.
What's
I love it when I get called Cholesterol. It's my favourite nickname. So, guys, we got 7 minutes to go. So, the Raincoat Art Academy Pika hasn't had a bid yet, but the Japanese Crystal Zard has now moved up to second place. It's pushed Giovanni down to fourth there because the Fossil Box has also had a bid, taking it to 10,000. Last week, the first edition Fossil Box went wild.
I think that's why people are putting them at 14k at Collecticon.
First ed boxes are creeping back up again.
I think people are actually watching.
Yeah, because someone said when we started as well that there was some first ed rocket, which was high.
Yeah.
We've got the Giovanni still hasn't had the bid yet. Neither has the Battle for. Yeah, this definitely is sort of not as close as it was the other week. It might all change though because there's still 6 minutes left. The Champion stamp card is at 4,800. So that has had a bid, moving it on. Admiral, I'm trying to work out what you're after. And I can't work it out yet. Where did I get my Ghostface shirt? I got this in a store. It says Ghostface on the side. I got this in a store in America, in the mall in where do we go? What's it called? Willow Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it in the mall there, but yeah, I can't remember the name of the store, but I got a Mike Myers one as well. Giovanni's Pikachu saying he can't get into the 20th anniversary promo.
Can't get into it,
as in like isn't feeling it.
Oh, bro, what's not to like?
I mean, for me, it definitely is one of the best with the original starters.
Yeah, it's
I
really
get,
nice.
and it has. I will open it up. I mean, I
20th
think
anniversary stamp.
it is open. It's got the gold 20th anniversary stamp as well, right there, which I think just makes it look really nice. But yeah, no, I love this card. Don't get me wrong, some of the others are nice, but I definitely think that's up there.
I mean, it's the best one out of the Battle Festas, personally.
Yeah, I mean, you're a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so also we have actually got a Beckett 10 and a PSA 10 of the
We had that last week.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. And there's also the box. So you've got everything you could possibly want. You've got the sealed box that the card comes inside, a PSA 10 copy and a Beckett 10 copy tonight. And just as we were talking about the CGC labels, we'll have a look. This is the new pristine label for CGC. So that's what that looks like. And then your new CGC label. Is there any on this page here? Yeah, here we go. The English Crystal Zard. Just so you can see what it looks like. That is the new CGC label. So that's the CGC Pristine. And then that is the new label. So change from the blue to that. So it's got the sort of goldy feel on the Pristine. And then it's just the white and black for the rest as well. So they're the new labels as we were talking about them earlier as well. What's your ballpark price for a PSA 10 Crystal Zard English? So there's been a few sell on the weekly auctions. We haven't had an English PSA 10 sale for quite a while now. I think when we first started doing these streams back in January, a copy sold for around 12 to 13,000. And then I think the last one went for around 9 to 10. But that was a couple of months ago, and we haven't seen one come up since. Again, there may have been some recent sales since then. It's just not something that I've been following or looking at. But there are, there's lots of other places that sales go on, as well as private sales. So if anyone has seen any super recent sales of the English 10 crystals, do let us know in the chat. So there is about 4 more minutes here, or 3 more minutes on extended bidding. Raincoat Pika still sitting at 12,000. And do remember, all of these like real big ones were on the SM Pratt filter as well this week. So really, really big items in there alone, just being the Art Academy, Giovanni's Scheme, and the Battle Festa were the top 3 as well. And
these big ones usually either go 2 ways. They either get like a massive bid and then they stay there, or there becomes a bidding war in the extended window period.
Yeah, so I think when we had the design contest cards, we were seeing some record-breaking pricing on those.
Yeah.
And it was insane. One even going over $40,000 after buyer's premium. And it's rare that we see things get to that sort of pricing on the weekly. Again, that's what sort of happens during the premiere, but it can happen. And again, a lot of the reason why we look at these auctions and we watch them here every week, without doing this, I wouldn't be making content on my channel otherwise about this. I don't own a lot of these cards, probably never will. So wouldn't have a reason to, be showing them and talking about them. But sitting here and watching it, you never know what's going to come up. There's cards we see and cards and things we come across that we've never seen before. Or, sales of cards that we don't get to see very often. And all of this is sort of stuff that myself and Dean and most people do sort of, in the background, whether they post about sort of the market and where things sell. But this is something we're always paying attention to, because not only do we create content on this, we also run businesses in the Pokemon hobby as well. So it's always something we've got to be sort of, aware of, and, where the market is and where things are selling. But yeah, it's an opportunity because we get to see a lot of cool cards as well and talk about a lot of cool cards, which we otherwise probably wouldn't share on the channel. So it's always fun. Do you think I should get my Brilliant Stars Rainbow Zard graded? All depends on condition and depends if you want to grade it. Some people like to keep raw cards, some people like graded cards. It's a very personal decision, grading, and I always say that when people ask. I don't feel like anyone else but yourself can make the decision or advise on whether you should grade something or not, because really at the end of the day it's what you want, basically. Okay, so we are down to about 40 seconds to go until the first bidding window ends. The Raincoat Pika has not had another bid yet. Neither has Giovanni or the Festa Pikachu. The phone cards have. The Champion Stamp has. English Crystal Zard has. A couple of the no rarities haven't. The box has. Okay, so we will get to see whether. Bear in mind, these prices will add buyer's premium on top. And you'll get to see that the price will jump up, including the buyer's premium once it is 10 seconds
green
to
tea's
go.
getting outbid.
Oh, green tea. What are you going for this evening? What are you going for? Okay. Right, here we go. So this is where it just takes a couple of moments to update. And it will show us what has sold and what has not sold. Just let it do a little spin. Okay, so the Art Academy Pikachu has sold for $14,400 in a PSA 10 right there. Giovanni's Scheme in a PSA 10 has sold for $11,100. The Battle Festa has sold for $7,800. That is definitely down a bit from where we saw it previously. Still a big price on that card. The No Rarity Venusaur in a Beckett 9 has sold for $3,720. The Skull Pikachu right there has sold for $3,000, and in a PSA 10 has sold for $2,880. No Rarity Alakazam has sold for $2,760. Quite a lot of no rarities tonight.
How crazy is that, by the way? The difference in age of those cards of the Pikachu and the Alakazam.
Oh yeah, I know. 2016 to 1996, 20 years.
And the Pikachu's gone for more.
Yeah, that's crazy. Umbreon in a PSA 10, so this is the holo from Aquapolis, has gone for $2,400. No Rarity Magneton has gone for $2,190. So we'll do a little refresh here and we'll see where we are. And we'll let it load back up. Okay, so top item currently now is the Mysterious Mountain Zard. So that's the Japanese Crystal Charizard. In English, it's in Skyridge. PSA 10 copy right there. There is an English copy, but it's in a CGC 9. That's currently at $5,000. The first edition Fossil Box is at $10,000. I want to say last week it went for like 13, did it?
It went up a little bit.
It got high.
Yeah, it went up a little bit.
It did get high.
I think it was close to 14. I actually think it was close to 14.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been. We got the TMB phone cards all still going here as well. Champion Stamp is at $4,800. The Full Art Mario Pikachu, I didn't even see this earlier. This is in a Beckett 9.5. This is pop 1 of 36. There's only 8 graded higher. So in a Beckett 10, this is only pop 8. This is $2,300. It was 14.5. Giovanni's Pikachu. That sounds about right. Yeah, because I remember thinking, oh my goodness, that just seems.
I think that's why people are pricing big. That, like I said, at Collecticon.
Greg, yes, that Umbreon holo from Aquapolis, during our charity box break that we did at Card Party, we actually pulled that for someone. Well, Pat Flynn actually pulled it when we invited him over to open a pack, and it graded a CGC 10.
That's crazy. When
it came back. So, just a little bit of comparison there for the PSA. The CP6 box is still going at $1,625. The Scream Peekers at $1,875 right there. Your Call of Legends Umbreon that was in your top pick is $1,500. Actually, what we will do, we will have a little look at some of our top picks and if they sold. So Champion Stamp still going. Raincoat Pika sold $14,400. Box is still going. Okay, so the Black Label Japanese Pikachu World promo is still going at $1,275. The Vending One Chance is currently going $56. Giovanni sold for $11,100. Battle Festa sold for $7,800. Okay, your PSA 10 Zardex Japanese sold for $1,020. Call of Legends Umbreon's still going, and the Beckett 10 Mew Play promo has sold for $810. I really love that card.
It's a
One of
cool
my
card.
favorite Mews, I think, if I had to pick. So a few things going. Okay, so the Crystal Zard, the Japanese Crystal Zard, has jumped up to 12,500 currently. The English copy in a CGC 9 still currently at 5,000. Fossil Box has got 30 seconds. It needs another bid to get it up into the next bidding window. Whether it happens or not.
Admiral says, I'm waiting till the last 5 seconds to extend my card. This is my ultra strategy. That's leaving it too fine, bro.
What are you going for?
No idea. Give us a clue, Admiral.
He doesn't want to give us into his
He said, I think he said we haven't looked into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like it's a spicy secret one that we haven't noticed yet.
Something
okay.
unique.
Right, let's get this updating. So as you can see, when it gets to the 5-minute windows now, it gets a little bit quicker. Okay, so the Fossil Box first edition has sold at $12,000. That's inclusive of buyer's premium.
It's back to normal. Back
to correcting itself. Yeah, last week just went that little bit higher. The Moltres TMB phone card has gone for 6,600 right there. And the Zapdos is still going, but the Articuno has also sold, and that has sold for 5,760. The Zapdos has just had a bid, so that's now moving into the next window. The English Crystal Zard, which is in a CGC 9, has sold for $6,000. The Poncho Box has sold for 3,360, and that pristine Rayquaza Poncho has sold for 3,000. The Champion Stamp has jumped up, and that is at $5,000 now currently. Screen Peak is still going. CP6 box sold for 1,950 right there.
Is that about market?
I mean, I can't remember what the last few sold on here, but I didn't pay anywhere near that. But again, I haven't bought a box for about a year and a half, so it's just getting more and more expensive now. This was the other black label. It's the French Pikachu from the Pikachu World Collection, currently at $550. These are some of the nicest Pikachu artworks. The Polish one specifically, it's got all the flowers in the background. Yeah. It's like quite a popular one. But yeah, the French one is really sweet, and the Japanese one we just saw as well is really nice. Okay, so Champion still going. Poncho sold. Okay, so the black label Japanese Pikachu World sold for 1,530. Venom Chansey still going, and the Call of Legends Umbreon went for $1,800. Okay, so starting to get exciting now with some of these bigger cards. So Crystal Zard hasn't had a bid yet. Zapdos is going to move into the next window. Champion hasn't had a bid yet. Currently at $5,000. And do remember, all the prices you see here are not inclusive of buyer's premium. This I did not see. This is a first edition Umbreon from Neo Discovery in a PSA 9. Did not notice that. This, we weren't sure whether this was the one from last week.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I feel like it is. I feel like it would be quite unusual for it to, unless
there
the person...
there was multiple.
There was, unless one didn't get paid for and has popped back up. Maybe. But yeah, we had a couple of these, the stamp box promos that were signed and sketched last week. I know I'm not bidding on that, Chansey. I do need it, but I've spent a lot of money on Pokemon Go this weekend, so I need to be sensible.
And what's the guy from Shooter called?
I forgot about those.
Yeah, he spent some P on
I
those.
spent some money on some Ryan Philippe autos.
Philippe?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
Ryan Philippe.
And yeah, should probably stop spending at the moment. Didn't see that. The Celebi play promo right there in a PSA 10. Love this Mew. Another classic Mew right there. Expedition Hollow in a PSA 9. I've graded this card multiple times. Never hit a 10. It's a tough one. It is a tough one. Boundaries Cross Zard. Didn't see that earlier in a PSA 10. Currently at $650.
That's crazy.
That's one of the other Battle Festas. That's the 2015. Pretty cool one there in a PSA 10, currently at $650. Would you consider picking up one of the sort of more affordable? You only want the one you want. You're not interested in any of the others.
They look cool. I like that one because it's got the Mega Mewtwo's, but I only really want the 2016 one.
Makes sense. Green Tea saying the Arita stamp box sketch went for $2,400 last week.
Wow.
So currently
a lot lower.
A bit of a difference on that one. 30 seconds. All the top three. So the Japanese Crystal Zard has gone up and is currently at 13,000. And the Champion stamp has had a bid, taking it to $5,500 right there. Okay, so Mewtwo's just had a bid. That's a pretty cool right there. The HR competition in a PSA 10, currently at 1,625. Really, really like the Sun and Moon era sort of full art style right there. There were two. The other went for 2,280. Yeah. And we think this might be one of them from last week that maybe didn't get paid for, unless the person had a third copy and then has put it forward this week. But either way, this sold for 1,710, so quite a bit less than both of those copies from last week. The Screen Peeker has gone for 2,280. That was in a 10 as well. This is pretty cool. This is the Champions Festival from Worlds 2017. This is the Japanese version in a PSA 10 that just went for 1,770. Didn't really notice that as we were going. I'm still intrigued to know what Admiral is going after.
Yeah.
Quite a few of these have sold. Admiral, have you won it yet? Is it still going?
What's the play, bro?
What's the tea? Let me know. Champion is still going right there. Oh, different cert numbers for all three. So that was a third copy.
Yeah.
But so this is what we talk about, submitting multiple copies of things, whether it's at the on the same auction, and obviously if you send something else in and someone else has, you can't control that.
Yeah.
But sending in multiple copies yourself, are you affecting then, if you're trying to get the best price for it? But also this week now showing two items that sold last week over the sort of two mark. A third copy has shown up this week and it's gone for $300-400 less. So it's things are very up and down. You can never tell what's going to happen. This Zapdos is still going right here, currently at 6,000. It's currently at 1,025. Okay. I think I know what it is. Now. The French Pika right there is still going. Admiral, my fingers are crossed for you. I wonder if that crystals are. It's at 13.5 now. And again, remember, buyer's premium will go on top of these. I wonder if there's... So, yeah, it's things like this, the Champion stamp and these phone cards that you just don't see coming up very often. This is why this is exciting to watch, and just sort of seeing where market is for a lot of these. That Zapdos is popular, though. It pretty much had another bid on it as soon as we moved into the next window. Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't think either of the previous two went for... I think they were both under 6. Right, let's keep going and see what else we have got. I feel like Lily has started to
lose its hype a little
dip
bit.
off a little bit. We saw a lot of craziness with a few different Lilies and a few other waifus like the Sightseer, and I feel like we had a good couple of weeks of insanity, and now things have started to cool off a little bit. So whether that's it sort of correcting itself or Spanish first edition Venusaur right there.
What grade was that? Boundaries, no, not Boundaries Cross. Plasma Storm. There was in the page before.
Oh, let me have a look.
Plasma Storm Charizard. It's the page before.
I imagine it was a 9. Was it the English?
I couldn't tell. Right at the bottom.
Oh no, it's a Plasma Gale and it's a PSA 9. 350.
Was that the bottom? Keep going. Was it 2? Oh no, it's just moved. 350.
Because you like that card, don't you?
Yeah.
You're a big fan of that one.
I wasn't actually that much of a fan of it, but I've now seen it in person. It's really nice.
Would you consider... Oh, no, it's a PSA 8, sorry. Would you consider getting a... like a lower grade copy? And would you want English or Japanese as well?
I think I'd go English. Apparently I can't say that.
You just had a stroke, I think is what just happened.
I think I'd go English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it have to be a 10?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or do
We
you
need to
have
save
some
money.
flexibility on that?
See what the funds are saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not meaning like buy it next week. I'm just meaning like, you know, a hypothetical like.
Never seen what the funds are saying.
The champion stamp has had another bid, taking it up to
$6K.
$6,000 right there. Okay, so lots of goodies, lots of things happening. Guys, do let us know if you've bought anything. Have you ended up winning any auctions today? If so, and you're happy to share them, do let us know what they are. And if you sold anything with PWCC this week, also let us know. I don't think we've had anyone mention that yet, but we've seen a few people in the chat picking some up. Green tea, did you manage to get anything? And what did you say what it was? Or lost my PSA 10, got 2 more non-hollows for my Fossil Master set though. Green tea, let's go. Very nice.
Psyduck could be the last card standing. I'm just gonna throw
Do you
that
think?
one out there. Maybe.
You went for Charizard, I went for Gyarados.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking there, but I was trying to
Push the boat.
work against the universe with that one. Okay, so next bidding window has just ended. I don't know if that Crystal Zard had another bid. I think that's
No, it's sold.
okay. So the Japanese Crystal Mysterious Mountains Charizard has sold for $16,200. We've got the French
Black Label Pika.
Black Label World Pikachu World Promo set Pika 720. That's pop 1 of 13 with Beckett right there. We had a first edition Blaine's Moltres sell for $690 in a Beckett 9.5, and the reverse Dragonite from Legendary Collection in a Beckett 9 has sold for $600. Okay. Oh, I did not see that earlier. The Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. They're all art from Cosmic. I love that card.
Is that $430?
$430 and still going as well.
Scabramon Creeper.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Where did that just come from?
I did the whistle.
Where did that just come from? Your PSA one. That could be a cool one to pick up.
No, it couldn't. I don't want a PSA 1. Why do I want a PSA 1?
He's so blunt.
Personally, I don't want a PSA 1.
Personally, I wouldn't have that.
Yeah.
The champion stamp is still going. Now it's $6,000, and so is Chansey clinging on there. Do we think the champion's going to get another bid on it? Pop 1 of 4, none graded higher. And again, just talking about the champion stamp card, the only people that got these are the number one winners. So they also get the number 1 full art trainer, and they get the champion stamp card because they are the champion. So there are very little of these
Was
floating about you.
2014? Is that the full arts? Was
Yeah, it was. So yeah, I feel like the champion stamp is not as talked about, or sort of
was that the first year of the full arts? 2014.
I want to say yes.
8 years, right?
Yeah. Let me just. I think possibly.
And 22 was the last year of that design.
Because this year we saw the design change to like the Scarlet and Violet era, kind of like glittery pattern, and the artwork changed as well. Personally, I wasn't as much of a fan of it.
I prefer number 2.
The number 2 looked really good. The number 1 I wasn't sure about. Let's have a little look here.
Yeah, I think
2014, 2014 to 2022.
Yeah, so that was the first year.
But yeah, I took a picture of them.
I was there, you know.
Yeah, I know. But just doing a little recap. I just don't think it looks as...
I prefer number 2.
The number 2 looks really, really good. The number 3 I quite like as well.
Did you take that photo?
I took that photo, yeah.
Decent.
It's my photography skills at its finest. But, yeah, damn.
Daniel.
Damn, first edition base set box. Anyway, so yeah, again, not something we see coming up very often. Okay, so the phone card and the champion stamp both at 6,000 currently. That Mewtwo's jumped up to 2,300. It'll be moving into the next window right there. The Umbreon in a 9. Really nice card. I've been lucky enough to pull that for a couple of people on stream. That is just, top tier Moonbryon right there. Original Moonbryon. This right here, the alternate art from Cosmic Eclipse. This is a tough hit from the set. I actually managed to pull it for myself in a video that I did, and I think the Cosmic pack came out of like, I don't know whether it was a tin from Costco or something really random. But yeah, I ended up giving it away as well.
Oh, damn. I can't remember if I ever pulled this card.
I think I've only ever hit it twice. I've done it once on stream and once in that pre-recorded video. I didn't see this earlier. That's the Black Label 25th anniversary Japanese Shining Magikarp currently at $430. I wonder what the pop on that is. Plasma Galzard's still going. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
that
really
Charmeleon,
cool.
The Black Label again. Another
Arbok.
Arbok signed and sketched as well by Arita. Lily gift box right there, still going in a 10. First edition Blastoise. There's a lot of first edition Spanish
popping around.
Yeah, and it's not as easy to notice because the names, a lot of them are actually the same.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's have a look, see where we are. Don't know if either of these. I think the champion stamp just got another bid to push it through. It did. And the Zapdos phone card sold for $7,200 right there. Did anything else sell? Admiral, congratulations. Getting the Pokedude Daisuke Club promo right there in a 9.
Congrats,
Admiral,
bro.
Congrats. You powered on through with that one. The Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia sold for $516 there. And the PSA 1 sold for $444 of the Charizard EX.
Fair.
Damn.
I'd love to click on it. What does it look like on the back?
Let's have a little look. Let's give it a little close-up, shall we? Right, there are some PSA ones I can't tell you. I could not for the life of me. Right.
That front looks clean. No?
Just waiting to see the almighty dent on it.
There's a crease there. Oh, folded corners.
But for a 1,
yeah,
I've seen a lot. I've seen
a lot worse.
Like
blended,
crushed to oblivion.
Washing machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've always thought to myself, say if you're trying to like put a PSA 1 to 10 set together, and say if you've got a card that might be a bit like worse for wear condition, the Chansey sold for 79, and you're not sure if it's a 1, and what if you try and make it a 1 but you go too far or you don't do enough and it's a 2?
No. Got the butler coming in asking about something.
It says Japanese promo.
It's English.
Glossy magazine card.
What?
Italian.
Guys, Butler spotted a bit of an error here.
Oh yeah, that's not even English.
I don't know what that is. I've never seen it.
Japanese promo.
But that's
French glossy.
That's French. Is French?
Yeah. Why is it Japanese promo?
Has anyone...
Yeah,
That's interesting as well because Pokemon French magazine promo glossy, but I was gonna say they've but then there's been no. It's like sometimes no, it's not the WB promo.
It doesn't have it
because it doesn't have the stamp.
Weird.
Interesting. Butler. I mean, we didn't even
clock.
No. Very strange. Interesting, if anyone knows what that is. Didn't see these earlier. These are the Black Label I love this card, by the way.
Yeah, really cool card.
Do you know what? I had quite a funny PSA mislabeling issue once. I sent in a Champions Festival promo from Worlds last year and the staff version, and they came back, both 10s, but their labels were the wrong way around. So the staff one was just showing us the Champions Festival, and the non-staff, the normal Champions Festival, was showing us the staff stamp, which means they must have been graded. I think they were graded one after the other because the cert numbers. but they'd been put in the wrong game.
Yeah,
I like
that's long.
things happen at every grading company, you know, whether big or small. Mistakes happen all the time, but yeah, no, these things do happen. So always pay attention, guys. It's like the German ho-oh.
Yeah, pay attention because it's so easy to miss something
That
like
card. So last week there was a Beckett 10 Crystal German ho-oh, and it has been up
for weeks.
I think ever since we started doing these streams.
Yeah.
And it like we'll have a couple of weeks where we don't see it and then it comes back, and I think where the name ho-oh is exactly the same in English and in German, and also the label, the Beckett label is mislabeled. It doesn't specify that it's German when the card is, even though PWCC do point it out in the listing. The card just keeps coming back, and we don't know whether, you know, people are buying it to resell it or whether people are just buying it without realizing it's German, and then obviously they, you know, they only want the English copy. But it's like become a bit of a
meme on the stream. Yeah,
it's become a bit of a meme of the stream is the way to put it. The champion stamp has just had another bid, taking it to $6,500 right there.
Telling you, side up might have been the play.
Yeah, it might have been. But yeah, that's just an interesting one to point out. Right, so quite a lot of black labels tonight. Quite a lot of metal. I saw the metal Pikachu earlier as well.
Metal Charizard going for
180. That's a CGC 9.5. Let's do a little.
I've drank way too much water today.
Chems, yeah, of course you can. Right, let's have a look and see. So we're down to like Southern Islands Mew. Didn't see that earlier. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The energy card, that's sick.
Yeah. Plasma Gale's still going. Right, let's have a little look. Right. Meloetta and a 9. The Unigaba Eevee, that's really cute in a Beckett 10. Yeah.
I thought it was just the evolutions.
I've opened 2 packs and I've pulled
you pulled the Flareon.
Flareon, Jolteon, and I've bought the Sylveon.
Okay.
The Umbreon I'm not as fussed on.
I think the Flareon's the best.
I think the Sylveon, I like the colour of the Sylveon the best and the art, but the Umbreon I think is a bit dead.
Yeah, I don't
like.
I'm not a fan.
There's still quite a lot going in, like coming up to the last few minutes here before it gets into the 1 minute bidding windows. Yeah, no, the Umbreon just doesn't do it for me. I know this. Oh, I love that Togetic with the rainbow. That's really, really pretty. Okay, so there's still a few pages going there. Right, let's go all the way back to the start. But yeah, no, the Umbreon Unigabra, I'm just like, I feel like people still just hype up certain cards when it's certain Pokemon, even when the art isn't that good, or even when the card doesn't look that good, and
they just know it's a popular Pokemon.
Yeah, and I don't think that's enough to like whether it's a popular Pokemon or not. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good.
Talise says, I have the set, I love them, they look so clean in the binder. They would look all
I would
good
love
together.
Yeah, I'd love to have a whole binder of them. I just didn't get any packs when they first came out, and then I think we were at the Bristol card show, Southwest Card Fest, when we were vendoring, and I did a little bit of exploring. That's where I bought 2 packs. And then did I buy the Raw Sylveon there, or I think I might have got it at Hyper Japan. But yeah, I just haven't really had a chance to open many of the packs myself. So I just took the opportunity while they were there, and the person I bought them from, I think, was selling them at an okay price compared to some of the other stands. So I thought, give it a go. But I'm not sure with those. Can they be
Oh, you can.
like to find if you've got the Umbreon or not? But yeah. No, the Umbreon doesn't really do it for me, so I wouldn't even be that fussed if I got it. But putting a whole binder set together would look pretty cool, I would agree. Okay, the champion stamp's still going. 6,500 without buyers premium currently. Next up, it's the first edition Umbreon, the original Moonbreon in a PSA 9 from Neo Discovery right there. We've got the Metal Pikachu. That's from the Celebrations UPC still going. Are we excited about the new UPC that we'll be getting in not too long for 151?
I wish the promos weren't in there.
I wish the promos weren't in there. I wish they were in the main set. I feel like they have taken away from English 151 by putting some of the best cards in the set as UPC promos and other promos as well.
Yeah, we won't get the Pokeball reverse holo nor the Master Ball reverse holo.
No.
The best what do we call them? ARs?
ARs, the Mewtwo AR,
Yeah.
the Sunset Mew, and the Gold Mew are all promos.
Yeah.
Then none of them are in the
And
main set.
the gold one's metal. So if the gold
Yeah,
one
I
isn't in the
know.
main set, then I'm gonna be even more confused. So I hope at least the gold Mew is in the main set. But if it's just a metal card, it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, so I'm a
It's
bit,
not gonna be terrible. It's just annoying.
bit sad about that. Sunset Mew for me was like, that was my chase card
Yeah,
from
so
151 Japanese, and yeah, not having it as a,
Makes it easy to collect though. So
it does, and I get it, but yeah, I don't know. It's mixed feelings, shall we say? Mixed feelings.
I think
but
Japanese is always going to be more valuable than the
I
English.
yeah, and I think with the whole the Pokeball and Master Ball reverses as well, which we were obviously never going to get with English, I think it just it adds to it.
Yeah.
And just gives it that edge. Okay, right. I think we might have had a sale here on the Champion Stamp Champions Festival. It has sold for $7,800. That's the PSA 9 Champion Stamp Champions Festival from the 2014 World Championships right there.
Yeah, crazy.
So there it is. That one
Wonder
pretty
what it
much
would've gone
held
for
out to the
in a
end.
10.
In a 10, yeah, damn. And there's none graded in a 10. None are graded higher. There is only 4 copies that are graded, and they there's 4 PSA 9 copies that are graded. There is no graded 10 copies right there. So there we go. And the original Moonbryon sold for 1,410. Right, you went for Charizard.
Yep.
I went for Gyarados. I think we're both at... Oh, no. Charizard's still going. Is there any Gyarados? I think I've absolutely shot myself in the foot here. And
There's a
I
few
think I've
Charizards.
cancelled myself out early. Oh, no. No Gyarados.
Wait, there was one.
They're all sold.
Oh. So not, okay.
They're all sold. They are all sold.
Any Pikachus? Is that what someone went? Is that what
Sacktown went for?
There is one still
There is
there.
a Pika still got. Yeah, the metal Pika. I think I'm gonna have to give. Oh yeah, there's quite a few Pikas. The old maid Pika. I'm gonna have to give that one to you. I am.
That's
Unfortunately.
2 weeks in a row.
Damn.
We'll take it.
Okay, I feel like I need to up my game with the last Pokemon stand-in. Guys, it has been a great stream. There has been a lot to digest and a lot to take in. We will be back next week at the same time. So do make sure you're keeping an eye on Instagram. Make sure you got your notification bell turned on for my YouTube channel so you don't miss out when I go live. And have a great rest of the day, evening, morning,
Congrats
afternoon.
to everyone who's picked some stuff up.
Yeah, and congrats to all the people in the chat who picked up some good cards. We had some good pickups tonight, so looking forward to seeing what happens next week. But yeah, have a great rest of the day, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time it is, whatever day it is, and we will see you again next time. Good night, guys.
See you guys.